Yes. Finally. Is HPD still up here with us? Did they find him too? All right. Give me the cross streets, Alan. $30. That's a Chevy Camaro with a V8 in it, Art, and we've just passed Market Street and we're underneath I-10, just past I-10 now, coming up on the North Loop, on the feeder street, because as you can tell, freeway traffic is extra heavy this afternoon over here, coming up on Highway 90, blowing through red lights, just barely missing that car right there. But the chase is on. It took us quite a while to find the white Camaro. Did a lot of double backs and a lot of loop arounds. It started over there by the University of Houston and had police going in every direction. We finally caught up with the Camaro. We're up here with HPD, so we're up here with them and trying to get this Camaro stopped. Right now, they're at a stoplight and he's got himself stopped right now. Yeah, not quite sure what's going to happen here. We're just going to have to wait and see. Everybody's going, so let's see if he's going to stay or if he's going to go. To be honest with you, I'm not quite sure. We're up here on the East Loop. Alan, can you help me to give me the cross street here? And this is McCarty Street. This is McCarty. Yep, up on the North Loop, North Loop and McCarty, and we are on the westbound side of the North Loop, stopped here at McCarty. Now the freeway main lane traffic cannot see down below, down there where he is, so freeway main lane traffic is really not affected, but obviously the feeder is blocked right now. No, Art, we've not had a chance to look in there. He was way ahead of us when we finally caught up with him, and I just have not had a chance to look in there. There's been no movement that I can tell inside the car. Don't want to get too close here because we just don't know how this is all going to play out. He has not opened the door. There's been no movement with the window. The window is still up, so he's just sitting here right now, I guess contemplating what his next move is. Well, and as you can also see, Art, HPD has got part of McCarty blocked off, and I would imagine that they'll be coming around the other side as well to block off the entire intersection. So he won't be able to go anywhere and get away from a chase that just happened recently. We saw that happen several times. And you know, Art, just to let you guys know, we picked up on this chase somewhere off of Allen Parkway in the Pierce Elevated. We started looking for him over there. Police were going in every direction because they couldn't catch up with him, obviously, with this high-powered car. We did finally catch up with him over on the East Loop, right over by the Ship Channel Bridge, and this is where it has ended, at least for the time being. Yes, Chaz. Yes. Let me check. Let me check with with Alan. Chaz, we have to leave at 6 o'clock. That's our drop dead time, 6 o'clock. I'm here, Art. Yes, I can hear you just fine. Yes, I'm here, and Melanie, it's hard to tell whether they are actually communicating with him. There is a man that's got it looks like a microphone up to his mouth. He's the one that's holding the dog there. Can you see him there on the right side of your picture with the dog laying next to him? It looks as though that could be a microphone. I'm not quite sure about that, but as you can see, K9 is now on the scene, and we're just waiting for this to come to an end. Sooner or later, it will. It's just a wait and see game right now here at McCarty and the North Loop, eastbound feeder over here on the northeast side of town. You know, I'm not quite sure if they've got the feeder down. I'm just going to look down here for just a second. They do not have that feeder blocked, and I'm sure they've got it that way for a reason. I'm not quite sure why, but he could certainly make a run for it straight ahead and get back on the freeway as far as I can tell. All right. Okay, tell me when I'm ready. All right, thank you. Well, good evening from Sky. Don Armstrong reporting. We're over the intersection of McCarty and the 610 North Loop over here. This is really a police standoff following a chase that went all the way from really the near west side of Houston down off of Shepherd and I-10, and what we understand was some sort of a robbery. That chase led police officers all over the south side of Houston, mainly around the University of Houston, Tier Wester, down around the Hobby Airport area, finally back on to the freeway to find ourselves over here in the northeast side of town. As you can see, about a dozen Houston police officers on the scene here at a standoff. Guns are drawn. HPD K-9 is also here on the scene. We don't know how this is going to play off as far as the end result of this. The driver, from what we understand, is still behind the wheel. The windows continue to be rolled up. We don't know if there's any communication between the driver and HPD. It appears as though that HPD is trying to communicate with the driver, and obviously to give himself up. He is pretty much surrounded, although he does have an open path to head back onto the 610 North Loop. Thank goodness he hasn't done that. This intersection remains closed off to traffic, as you can see. So right now it's just a standoff over here on the northeast side. Apparently a robbery suspect, perhaps two, inside the white Camaro with a V8 engine in it, and that's why police had such a hard time trying to keep up with him, because he avoided contact with the HPD because of the high horsepower car. As you can see, feeder traffic is backed up as far as the eye can see, coming off of the Ship Channel Bridge, Highway 90A, as well as I-10 over here on the east side of town. But we're just going to have to wait and see how this plays out over here. We are live from Sky Eye this afternoon, and we'll have more information. As soon as we get more information, we'll bring it to you. Reporting live from Sky, Don Armstrong, 13 Eyewitness News. Don Armstrong again from Sky Eye over a police chase that has ended here, at least temporarily, in a standoff with Houston police at McCarty and the 610 North Loop. And as you can tell, a dozen Houston police officers here with a gun drawn on that car. Alleged suspects in an armed robbery over on the west side of town ended here. Police have been out of their cars, telling drivers to get back into their cars. A lot of people had gotten out of their cars originally to look. Now they're asking people to get out of their cars and move back away from the scene. You can see them there walking back right now as we speak, but still no movement from the driver and or the passenger. If there is a passenger in there, we've yet to confirm that. But HPD with guns drawn, also a police dog, a K-9 unit is here on the scene as well. We think that HPD is trying to communicate with the driver. We're not exactly sure why he came to a stop here. Originally it was because he was caught up in traffic, and now we're wondering whether or not that car has run out of gas. We're not sure, but it certainly is a possibility, and we've seen it a time or two before in several of these police chases where a high horsepower car finally just runs out of gas, because they're certainly not miserly when it comes to gas consumption. All right, thank you. I'll have to check with Alan. Alan says no, we are not able to stay for that. Oh, there he is now. Hands up. There is another person in the passenger seat. I don't think that he understands English. Now we've got the passenger, one hand up out of the window. I'm not sure that these people understand English. The driver has gotten out, handcuffed, he's on the ground. Now they're dealing with the passenger. It appears to be a male, I'm not sure. They believe that there may be another passenger inside the car. Yes, sir. All right. All right. It's all clear. 6 minutes or so. This is all ended, you know. All right.